Hello retro gamers and car people. Obviously I've become obsessed with this 93 Corsa, but I still have a love for gaming and I'm trying to work out what to video, and I have actually recorded a lot of stuff on this and maintaining it that I haven't published it yet. It's got an MOT, but how can I combine the car and gaming together in a period accurate way? It is possible. It is possible. And I've never tried this before. So it's the Sega Game Gear car adapter. I picked this up ages ago. It doesn't look as though it was ever used. I remember getting it in the boot sale. And this would have been a great way to have used the Game Gear, which I did have. This came out in 91. This car came out in 1993. So how about I see what a period accurate setup would be with Outrun, which seems the most appropriate game, a Game Gear, and a car adapter using the cigarette lighter. Because obviously batteries would have only lasted 3 hours on the Game Gear. So I'm going to see, you know, if you can set this up, how long the cable is, would it reach to the back, is it viable? So let's do some setup. The cigarette lighter, the 12-volt socket is here. I don't have the cigarette bit, but let's see what happens. So looking into the box, as I say, a bit hard to open one-handed, but I've not used this before. There are two revisions of the car adapter. This is the first revision. There is a second revision which looks slightly different. So this is the first one. Box is still in nice condition. We've got the manual as well. And this is telling us here, play while you ride, plugs into your cigarette lighter, which you don't call them a cigarette lighter anymore, so that obviously shows you the age of things. What's at the bottom there? Oh, hang on, what is this? What is it? Oh, that's some packing material. I wonder if that's original or just someone put that in there. So we've actually got the manual, which is nice. As I say, it doesn't look as though it's ever been used. So before using your car adapter, your car must be equipped with a 12-volt battery and be grounded. I can't guarantee this thing's properly grounded because it's 30 years old and electrically unstable. But yes, I know it does 12 volts when the battery isn't flat. If there are ashes or other materials in your cigarette lighter socket, they will interfere with the car adapter's connection. That is amazing. That is amazing. That just shows you the period, doesn't it? So no, this car I don't believe was driven by a smoker. It had 3 previous owners before me, but the thing looks clean. Very Japanese style graphic there of what looked a bit like Colonel Sanders. How to use the adapter. Put the car adapter power output plug into the Game Gear power pack. Plug the car adapter into your car cigarette lighter. You don't even call it a cigarette lighter, do you? Switch the Game Gear on, the power will come on. Of course, it's assuming the ignition's on as well. It has missed an important step there, because I don't think most cigarette lighters are live without the ignition on. But to be fair, this is a Game Gear manual, not a car manual. Always make sure that your power to your Game Gear is switched off before connecting the car adapter. I suppose you could spike this thing if you don't have stable, if you have ripples in the power. Anyway, sometimes when using the Game Gear with the car adapter will also cause static if you're listening to your car radio. We can definitely test that. So hopefully this will be the most thorough test of a period accurate car and Game Gear car adapter combo. Replacing the fuse. It does have an internal fuse, which it bloody well should do, because I wouldn't trust this thing to provide stable power. And there's the picture of the fuse there and the Duracell bunny, or equivalent. So we've got Colonel Sanders and the Duracell bunny in the manual. And is there a troubleshooting section at the back? Beautiful. The Game Gear doesn't play when turned on. Yeah, check it's not plugged in. Your car blew up. You caused electrical damage to your car ignition system. All possibilities which aren't recorded in there. Okay, here it is in the bag. Wow, genuinely, this has never been taken out. Actually, I don't think this has ever been used. So here we go. It's quite a monster of a thing. It looks slightly unfortunate as well. But there you go. Official Sega branded car adapter. And the fuse you can screw in and out of the top there. So, we're going to see if it causes static to the radio. We're going to see if it works as well, and see if we can play Game Gear. How long is the cable? That's actually not that long, you know. I mean, this is a small car, and it should reach, but if you're in a family estate, say a Ford Granada, or a Scorpio, or Cavalier, or something, or Mondeo Mark 1 or Sierra, you might have struggled a bit there. But anyway, let me plug this all in and see what chaos we can cause. Okay, hello everyone. I'm in the 3-door, so actually I could have just put the seat down, but I've climbed through this very small gap here. Sometimes a 5-door would be more convenient, but I plugged it in. I've turned the ignition on, and look, there's an LED light. And actually that fits really, really nicely. These modern adapters that you use for USB, you know, they're really loose and they rattle around, and I've got a bit of paper to keep it nice and tight. But that is lovely and solid, actually. That's quite good. It does protrude somewhat. But anyway, it's plugged in. I'm sitting in the back of the car, and that would be proper annoying, wouldn't it? So the wire, I mean, I'm wondering just how practical this whole thing was. Did anyone actually do this at the time? Please let me know if anyone legitimately used one of these, because already I can imagine if my dad was driving or my mum, you know, oh, it's got in the way of the handbrake and the gears. So already you've got a little bit of logistic work there. So I suppose, yeah, you can just tuck it in out the way there. Right, here's the game gear. I'm sitting in the middle seat. Let's turn it on. Ah, magic. But of course, the cartridge needs cleaning. I haven't got a cotton bud with me. Come on, play nice. There we go. Oh, this one's, I forgot this. I've got an LCD mod in this. No, I haven't. Have I? I can't remember. Yes, this is the LCD modded Game Gear. Right, very good. So, we've got power. And now I can play Outrun in a... When did Outrun come out? I think in the Game Gear 1992. I think the Game Gear came out in 1991. Let me turn the volume down. Now I did actually play the Game Gear a lot on my travels. I got my Game Gear in 91, and I had the battery pack, the big house brick thing, because batteries would only last about 2 or 3 hours. So I didn't have this setup here, but this might have worked if we were able to work out how to tuck the cable away. But I definitely played Outrun. I definitely played Outrun. I think Outrun was maybe a game that came out maybe a year or 2 after the release of the Game Gear. So yeah, this could be 1993 right now. So that's all good. So I'm going to turn the volume off, and it said it may cause interference with the radio. I bet that would be with the medium wave. So I've actually not got the original tape deck in today. I've got the CD player because I took it out. I took it to York recently, and I actually wanted to listen to music. So right.
Independent, which has its day.
Okay, FM's good, but I bet medium wave is where the problem would be, or long wave. No. Yeah, no. All right. Let's see. Medium wave. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a bit of noise there. It's not too bad actually. So, given that's medium wave. So, yeah. The Sega Game Gear power adapter. Did anyone use it? Love to know if anyone did. This one works nice. Really quite impressed with the fit of that, and you know, it's nice and firm. Would allow me to play Outrun on long car trips to wherever I was going, to visit Grandma and Grandad, no doubt. So yep, let me power everything down. Anyway, that was one way of combining the car and retro gaming together. Perfect. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that bit of stupidity, and we'll power down and see you another time.